not gonna let you go. Pay what you owe, watch out now. Come heavy water.
Man, my mistake. It's damn, my mistake. And darling, mama, cause I'm searching for better days. Tijuana, I'm cutting through this with my switchblade to get honest, cause I've learned something from years ahead hunting. If I got something to say, then I'ma say something.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Broncos very strong in that victory a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now 2nd and 5. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. 7 yards there and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And shutting him off, now open field. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Flowers. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On the sneak, Rodgers. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Aaron Rodgers scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
19.
Now it's Nix.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Here we go. 60 Eagle. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Ready.
To throw, here's Nix.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Get in it. 630. Get 300. Back north.
Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
Rodgers to throw once more. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Mason.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Rodgers with a keeper. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Falcons have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
2nd and 10.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Nix to the air.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Here we go, second and 5.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Falcons.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Mustang 19.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
Staying on his feet. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46.
Hey, check 26.
Moore, the man in motion. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers going to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 26.
Now Rodgers.
And that one too high and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is good. Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Now 2nd and 3.
26.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Barkley, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Zay Flowers from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Moore, the motion man right.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Flush to his right. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On play action, here's Nix.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
At their own 41-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Let's go now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Get 300. Get 300. Back north.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
That open man that time ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And again, it's Rodgers. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Here's third and 3.
Hey, you block over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go, Shaq.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. To throw is Nix.
Flushed out right.
Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now it's Rodgers.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Rodgers again now.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Moore, the motion man right.
Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Rodgers. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Falcons. DJ Moore from 10 yards out.
And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll go play action with Nix.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Go!
Running right through him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Ready? Come 19. Ready?
To throw, here's Nix.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing Nix.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Nix from the shotgun.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now a 2nd and 6. Moore, the motion man right.
Rodgers going to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Now it's Nix.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing. Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Nix to the air.
Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They're going. It's Nix.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Rodgers throwing here. And his throw is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Number 50. Hey, you block over here. 26.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Rodgers to throw once more. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Broncos 7.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Nix.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Here we go, go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
Of this game, it was well in hand early.